Have you ever jolted awake in the middle of the night, your calf seizing up so hard it felt like a sudden lightning bolt under your skin? Maybe you've reached for the edge of the mattress, rubbing and flexing until the pain finally subsides, only to lie there wide-eyed, wondering why your own body seems to have turned against you. If you've noticed these unwelcome surprises more often since you hit retirement age, or even earlier, you're far from alone. For many of us over 60, muscle cramps and aches can sneak in when we least expect them, whether it's a stiff muscle after a gentle walk in the park or a nagging twinge while you're bending to pick up a gardening trowel. The good news is that you don't need to resign yourself to a life of nightly cramps and daytime soreness. In fact, small, simple habits can make a world of difference, helping you maintain the freedom to sleep soundly, enjoy your favorite activities, and wake up ready for whatever the day brings. Today, I want to chat with you as if we were sitting together over a cup of tea, and I'll share 8 friendly, down-to-earth strategies you can weave into your daily routine. These aren't complicated exercises or expensive treatments, just practical, easy-to-remember steps that, over time, will help keep your muscles happy and your body moving with less pain. To begin, let's talk about a habit so basic it's easy to overlook, yet it underpins almost every aspect of our well-being: keeping ourselves well hydrated. You've probably heard that drinking water is important, but when life gets busy, whether you're playing with the grandkids, running errands, or lost in a good book, those reminders can slip your mind. As we age, our bodies hold onto less water, and our sense of thirst may not be as sharp as it used to be. That subtle shift means you might be running low on fluids long before you realize it, and low hydration can trigger cramps more easily. So, what can you do? First, make water your companion throughout the day. Keep a glass or a reusable bottle by your favorite chair, and take a few sips every time you stand up or sit down. If plain water feels too bland, add a slice of lemon, a sprig of mint, or even a splash of juice for flavor. You might notice that drinking a small glass half an hour before you head outside, whether it's for a brisk walk around the block or some light yard work, helps your muscles stay supple and ready for movement. I've seen friends set gentle reminders on their phones, but you could also tie it to an existing habit, like having a glass when you brush your teeth or with every stop at traffic lights on your daily drive. It's also worth paying attention to your electrolytes, minerals like potassium and magnesium that support muscle function. While fully loading up on sports drink powders isn't necessary for most of us, enjoying a banana with breakfast or adding a handful of lightly salted nuts in the afternoon can help maintain that delicate balance. Just remember, moderation is key. You're aiming to top up what your body needs, not overload it. Once you've topped off your hydration tank, you'll find your muscles respond far better when you start moving them gently. That brings us to another simple but powerful habit: easy, consistent stretching. You don't have to unroll a yoga mat or master advanced poses. Just a few minutes of light stretches can go a long way toward calming tightness and preventing those sudden spasms that wake you at night. Imagine this. First thing in the morning, before you even pour your coffee, you stand beside a sturdy chair or countertop. With feet hip-width apart and hands lightly resting for support, you shift your weight to one foot and lift the other heel, bending at the ankle until you feel a gentle stretch in your calf. Hold it for a slow count of 10. Breathe deeply and then switch sides. Later in the day, maybe after you've been seated for a while, reading or watching TV, take a moment to straighten one leg in front of you, toes pointing up, and lean forward slightly at the hips to ease out your hamstring. Even just 2 or 3 stretches, held mindfully, can signal your muscles that you're paying attention, that you're waking them up rather than letting them stay stiff. If balance is a concern, keep one hand on the back of a chair or against a wall. You might even play soft music or chat on the phone while you stretch to make it feel more like a pleasant pause than a chore. Over time, you'll notice increased flexibility, fewer surprises in the middle of the night, and a growing confidence that your body is ready to move whenever you are. Now that we've covered how keeping your body well hydrated and easing into gentle stretches can go a long way toward warding off those unwelcome twinges, it's time to keep the momentum going and explore another simple practice that can help keep cramps at bay. Now that you've made hydration and gentle stretching part of your daily rhythm, let's talk about how you fuel the engine that carries you through every step: your diet. It's easy, especially when we're busy or on the go, to reach for convenience foods that may leave our bodies short on the very nutrients muscles need most. But by weaving a few focused choices into your meals and snacks, you'll give your cells the tools they crave to recover, relax, and avoid those unwelcome cramps. Start with magnesium, a mineral that plays a starring role in muscle relaxation. You don't need special supplements, just aim to include naturally magnesium-rich foods in your plate. Think leafy greens like spinach, wilted into an omelet, a handful of almonds alongside your afternoon tea, or even a small bowl of pumpkin seeds tucked into a yogurt parfait. Over time, these simple swaps help your body maintain a steady supply, so muscles can settle back into ease rather than tensing up when you least expect it. Next, let's talk potassium, another key player in preventing those sudden spasms. You've probably heard of bananas, and there's a reason they're legendary among athletes. One medium banana contains about 450 milligrams of potassium, which supports balanced muscle contractions. But don't stop there. Potatoes, with the skin on, sweet potatoes, and even some beans and lentils bring generous doses of potassium to the table. You might try swapping white rice for a sweet potato bake, or stirring black beans into a light salad with cherry tomatoes and avocado. These meals not only taste satisfying, but help your body keep its own electrical system humming along smoothly. While we're on the topic of anti-cramp nutrition, let's not forget omega-3 fatty acids. Found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as plant-based sources such as chia seeds and walnuts, these healthy fats can help ease inflammation in overworked muscles. You don't need to overhaul your cooking routine. Simply enjoy a serving of grilled salmon once or twice a week, or sprinkle ground flaxseed onto your cereal or smoothie. Over weeks, these little shifts can reduce the overall tension in your muscles, leading to fewer aches and a greater sense of lightness in your limbs. Of course, you don't want to sit still after eating all these good foods. You want to put them to work. That's where low-impact movement comes in, our next friendly habit. Whether you're rediscovering the joy of walking, easing into a water aerobics class, or learning the gentle flow of Tai Chi, consistent, moderate exercise helps muscles develop strength and endurance, making cramps less likely to strike without warning. Imagine this: a 30-minute stroll through your neighborhood park where you focus on planting each heel down softly, rolling through your foot, and lifting your toes with intention. You'll find that strong, mindful foot placement trickles up through your calves and hamstrings, teaching your muscles to engage and release in a steady rhythm. Or perhaps you join a weekly water aerobics session. There's something wonderfully freeing about moving without the full weight of gravity pressing down, so you can strengthen hips, thighs, and calves without jarring your joints. Even twice a week can make a noticeable difference. If you'd rather stay closer to home, Tai Chi offers a beautiful blend of balance, strength, and relaxation. The slow, flowing movements guide you through shifts in weight and gentle stretches that wake up muscles you might not realize have been snoozing. You can find beginner videos online or check with your local community center. Either way, the emphasis on control and breath helps muscles learn to lengthen and contract with grace rather than snap into a tight knot. Now, before any of these activities, whether a stroll, a swim, or a series of Tai Chi forms, it's essential to prepare your muscles with a brief warm-up. Think of it as sending a friendly wake-up call to each fiber, so it's ready to work, rather than scrunch shut in surprise. You don't need elaborate equipment. Spend 2 or 3 minutes marching in place, swinging your arms gently, or doing a few ankle circles while holding onto a chair for balance. Feel the warmth build under your skin. That's increased blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients right where they're needed. And when you finish, don't rush off to the next task. Take another 2 minutes to cool down by walking slowly in place, stretching any areas that feel tight, and letting your heart rate settle back to a comfortable pace. A quick calf stretch against a wall or a seated hamstring stretch can ease the transition from activity to rest, preventing muscles from seizing up as they recover. By nourishing your body with the right blend of minerals, embracing regular low-impact movement, and honoring both warm-up and cool-down as non-negotiable parts of your routine, you're building a robust foundation against cramps and pain. Your muscles will learn to transition smoothly between rest and action, much like a well-tuned car engine roaring to life without sputtering. Next, we'll explore how simple heat and gentle massage techniques can further soothe those hard-working muscles, offering relief and resilience so you can continue moving freely and joyfully without fear of that jolt of pain. Now that you've woven sipping water between activities and easing into gentle stretches each day, let's talk about the fuel that powers every movement and helps muscles recover: your diet. Think of what you eat as the kindling and oil that keeps an engine running smoothly. When you choose the right ingredients, you'll notice your body responds with more ease and far fewer surprise cramps. Picture this. Instead of reaching for a sugary pastry with your morning coffee, you crack an egg into a skillet and wilt in a handful of spinach. That vibrant green leaf is loaded with magnesium, a mineral that helps muscles relax once they've done their job. As we get older, our bodies don't hold on to magnesium as efficiently, so slipping in foods like almonds, pumpkin seeds, or even a small side of black beans can remind your muscles to let go of tension. You don't have to overhaul your grocery list overnight. Start small by blending a banana and a handful of spinach into your smoothie, or sprinkling a few seeds over a bowl of oatmeal at breakfast. Give it a week, and you might find that tightness in your calves or shoulders eases up more quickly after you wake or finish a task. And speaking of bananas, let's not forget potassium. This electrical conductor in your body keeps muscle fibers firing in a balanced rhythm, so they contract and release without jamming up. One medium banana offers plenty, but you'll also find generous helpings in sweet potatoes, skin-on, avocados, and white beans. If you're roasting vegetables for dinner, leave the skin on your potatoes and add a few chickpeas tossed in olive oil and garlic. Not only does it taste delightful, but your muscles will thank you later when they glide through a stretch or a walk without that sudden cramp that used to send you hobbling to the couch. Now, while magnesium and potassium play starring roles, there's also a supporting cast you don't want to overlook: anti-inflammatory fats. A weekly portion of salmon or a daily handful of walnuts or chia seeds can help reduce the microscopic soreness that builds up in muscles over days of activity. Inflammation isn't just about joints. It sneaks into our muscle fibers too, leaving them more prone to that tight, knotted feeling. By dotting these healthy fats into your meals, think salmon atop a salad, walnuts stirred into yogurt, or chia seeds in your morning toast, you'll help keep the overall tension in your limbs lower, making cramps far less likely to strike. Of course, all that good nutrition wants movement to put it to work. That's why our fourth habit is to embrace gentle, low-impact exercise on a regular basis. You don't have to train for a marathon. Just finding a form of movement that feels joyful and sustainable will teach your muscles how to contract and relax smoothly. Imagine a daily half-hour stroll where you pay attention to each step, heel to toe, feeling your calf lengthen and release as you roll through your foot. Or perhaps you find a water aerobics class at your local pool. The buoyancy takes the pressure off your joints while still giving your hips, thighs, and calves a chance to strengthen. Over a few weeks, you'll notice increased stamina and a newfound confidence that your legs can carry you wherever you choose, without the fear of that sudden jolt of pain. If you prefer something slower and more meditative, Tai Chi offers a beautiful blend of balance, strength, and stretch. Its flowing sequences guide you through shifts in weight that wake up muscles you didn't even know were asleep, all while you focus on deep, calming breaths. Many community centers offer beginner sessions, or you can follow a gentle video at home. The key is consistency. When muscles learn to engage in a controlled, rhythmic way, they're far less likely to tighten into a painful spasm. But before you begin any of these activities, whether walking, swimming, or Tai Chi, there's one more habit that can dramatically cut down on cramps: a simple warm-up and cool-down routine. Think of it as sending a friendly heads up to every muscle fiber before and after work. You don't need fancy equipment. Just spend 2 or 3 minutes before you move briskly, swinging your arms, marching in place, or gently circling your ankles while holding onto a chair for stability. Feel the warmth pooling under your skin? That's increased blood flow, priming your muscles with oxygen and nutrients so they're ready to flex rather than seize. Once you've enjoyed your activity, don't rush off. Give yourself another 2 or 3 minutes to return your body to rest mode. Walk slowly in place, stretch any spots that feel tight, and let your heartbeat settle. A calf stretch against the wall or a hamstring. Stretch seated on the edge of a chair can feel like a soothing reward, coaxing muscles to let go of any lingering tension. Over time, these small pauses at the beginning and end of each session teach your body that motion is a gentle process, making cramps after activity far less likely. By focusing on nourishing your muscles with magnesium, potassium, and healthy fats, moving mindfully in ways you enjoy, and honoring both warm-up and cool-down as non-negotiable rituals, you're giving yourself a powerful toolkit to fend off cramps and muscle pain. Your body learns to flow through each day with greater ease, waking up and winding down without those stubborn twinges. Next, we'll explore how applying simple heat and gentle massage techniques can further soothe those hard-working muscles, offering relief and resilience so you can keep moving freely and joyfully. Alongside all the movement and mindful nutrition we've woven into your days, there's another powerful ally in keeping cramps and aches at bay: the soothing embrace of gentle heat and hands-on self-massage. You might have noticed that after a long day in the garden or a brisk walk around the neighborhood, your calves or shoulders feel tight and tender, almost as if they're pleading for a bit of extra TLC. That's your cue to turn to warmth, whether it's a soft, microwavable heat pack across your lower back, a warm towel draped over your shoulders, or the comfort of a hot bath at the end of the evening. Picture this. You settle into your favorite chair with a snug heat wrap around your hamstrings, the gentle warmth seeping deep into the muscle fibers and coaxing out tension. As you breathe slowly, the heat increases circulation, delivering fresh, oxygen-rich blood where it's most needed. You might follow that up with a light self-massage, using your fingertips to knead in gentle circles along your calves, working your way from ankle to knee, or applying firm but kind pressure to any stubborn knots you find. If digging in with fingers feels too intense, try rolling a tennis ball under your foot or along your calf while you sit. It's a simple trick that can feel surprisingly luxurious and effective. If you love baths, try sprinkling a cup or two of Epsom salts into a warm soak. Magnesium sulfate, the key ingredient in Epsom salts, absorbs through the skin, giving your muscles an added dose of relaxation. For 15 or 20 minutes, let the water wrap around you as you practice deep breathing or even listen to a favorite podcast. By the time you towel off and slip into cozy pajamas, you'll often notice that the nagging tightness has softened into a gentle awareness rather than a sharp protest. Hands-on techniques and heat are wonderful on their own, but they truly shine when married to the most fundamental restorative practice of all, giving your body the rest and quality sleep it craves. After 60, sleep can become more elusive. A night of tossing and turning only invites more muscle tension and invites cramps to pay an unwelcome visit. That's why carving out a calming bedtime ritual can make a world of difference. Start by setting a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends. Your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm, loves the predictability, and it rewards you by ushering in deeper, more restorative sleep. As evening approaches, dim the lights, put away screens at least half an hour before bed, and perhaps sip a warm, caffeine-free herbal tea. You might roll onto your back with a small pillow under your knees or sleep in a slightly elevated position to reduce pressure on your lower back and legs. The right mattress and pillow, neither too soft nor too firm, support your alignment, helping muscles stay relaxed instead of tightening overnight. If you wake in the night with a cramp brewing, resist the urge to leap up too quickly. Instead, slowly bend the knee of the affected leg, place your foot flat on the mattress, and gently press your heel down until you feel the muscle ease. Hold that position for a slow count of 10 before standing and shaking out the leg. Having a soft nightlight in the hallway and a pair of non-slip slippers at the bedside can make this process safe and smooth. Beyond the hours you're tucked under the covers, don't forget to build in little recovery breaks during your day. If you've been on your feet for stretches, cooking, tidying, walking, take a 5-minute pause to prop your legs up on a footstool, roll your shoulders, or press a warm compress against any sore spots. These micro recharges keep tension from building up and turning into the full-blown cramps that steal your comfort. By blending the deep soothing effects of heat therapy, the targeted release of self-massage, and a bedtime routine that honors your need for real rest, you're giving your muscles a nurturing environment in which to recover and thrive. No longer will you have to brace yourself against that jolt in the middle of the night or drag through a morning stiff and sore. Instead, you'll drift into peaceful sleep knowing you've taken every step to protect your body and wake up refreshed, ready for the pleasures of the day. If these 8 tips have given you fresh ideas to keep cramps and muscle pain in check, I'd love to hear what works best for you. Please share your experiences or any tricks you found in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this conversation, tap that like button and subscribe for more friendly, practical health tips designed just for us over 60. Here's to living your best life at any age.